The autumn sun melted into the Tuscan hills as Nathan Whitmore stood in front of the sprawling vineyard that stretched beyond the horizon, the faint aroma of ripened grapes and earth mixing with memories he wasn't ready to face, because today marked exactly 6 months since his grandfather's funeral, the day that changed everything. The day he was handed a crumpled envelope while the rest of his family celebrated their inheritance worth millions. He could still hear the laughter echoing in that grand Manhattan hall as his Uncle Vernon raised a toast to family legacy, while Nathan held that one-way ticket to Rome in his trembling hand, confused, humiliated, and heartbroken, wondering why the man who'd taught him kindness and humility left him nothing but a ticket. His cousins Preston and Mallory mocked him openly, calling him the charity case of the Whitmore fortune. But Nathan didn't fight back, because deep down, something about that envelope felt intentional, almost like a riddle from the man who'd raised him to look beyond appearances. 48 hours later, Nathan found himself sitting on a small Alitalia flight, staring out the window at the clouds and replaying his grandfather's last words. The best moves are the ones your opponent never sees coming. When he landed in Rome, jet-lagged and lost, a man in a black suit was waiting with a sign that read, Mr. Whitmore. The driver led him through winding roads lined with cypress trees until they reached a villa bathed in golden light, surrounded by endless rows of grapevines. There, waiting at the entrance, was an elderly woman whose eyes shimmered with tears. "Nathan," she whispered, "you have his eyes." She introduced herself as Sophia, his grandmother, the one he never knew existed. Shocked, Nathan followed her inside, where the walls were filled with pictures of a younger version of his grandfather, smiling beside her under the Italian sun. Over dinner, she revealed the truth, that his grandfather had lived 2 lives, one in America, one in Italy. After the war, he fell in love with Sophia and built this vineyard, but duty called him back home, where he was forced into a marriage arranged by the Whitmore family. Torn between love and obligation, he left Sophia the vineyard and returned to America, promising he'd one day send someone back to finish what he started. That someone was Nathan. The next morning, Sophia handed Nathan a small wooden box containing a USB drive and a folded note. The note read, "Play this when you're ready to see the truth." Inside the video, his grandfather appeared frail but calm, sitting in a leather chair with a chessboard in front of him. "Nathan," he began, "if you're watching this, then you trusted me enough to get on that plane. Your cousins inherited wealth, but you, my boy, inherited purpose. This vineyard isn't just land, it's legacy, honesty, and redemption. I built a life here that was real, uncorrupted by greed. I want you to protect it, grow it, and when the time comes, forgive those who never understood." Tears rolled down Nathan's cheeks as he realized his grandfather had prepared all of this, knowing his death would awaken old rivalries and reveal hidden truths. Over the next few weeks, Nathan learned everything about winemaking from Sophia, how to read the soil, taste the grapes, and feel the heartbeat of the vineyard. Slowly, he fell in love with the land, understanding why his grandfather had chosen this path. Meanwhile, back in New York, chaos erupted. The Whitmore Corporation, once worth billions, was collapsing under corruption and fraud. Preston's lavish lifestyle crumbled. Mallory's yacht was seized and Vernon was facing legal investigations. They had inherited illusion. Nathan had inherited truth. One evening, as Nathan watched the sunset, Sophia handed him another envelope, his grandfather's final chess move. Inside were legal papers transferring full ownership of Whitmore Vineyards International to Nathan. The vineyard,